Hi everyone, Nicole Thomas here, clinical nurse expert, healthcare purpose strategist, author, and the founder of Nicole Thomas Inc., where I educate female healthcare professionals who want to live purposefully as a healthcare professional through education and empowerment. Today we're going to talk about no purpose in sight. I'm going to say that one more time. No purpose in sight. What that means is we are just really and truly flying by the seat of our pants as healthcare professionals. We are here. We knew that we can come into healthcare because we would always have a job or because we can make pretty decent money and create a pretty decent living for ourselves. And we have no purpose in sight. We are here just to be here. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of us are here because we have that passion, right? All of us always talk about, well, I have a passion for helping people. I have a passion for being there for individuals when they need it the most. And I have a passion for helping people to heal and restore their bodies, which is perfectly fine because all of us have those passions. And our talents and passions is what help make us who we are. But the thing about the talents and the passions that we have is that we often want to say that that's our purpose. And we get that confused and we think that what we're passionate about is what I'm supposed to be doing. When in all actuality, it doesn't go like that. Your passions and your talents are really and truly supposed to be a mode of transportation to get you to what your purpose is. You're supposed to be able to take that and put that into a bottle along with your spiritual beliefs and allow God to lead you so that you can get to that ultimate destination of your purpose, right? So a lot of times we as healthcare professionals, we have no purpose in sight because we think our passion of wanting to help individuals is what we're supposed to be doing. And so that's what we lead with, right? But let me tell you what happens. What ends up happening is we become broken, we become busted, and we become disgusted, right? And we do that because we don't have a purpose behind what we're doing. We're allowing passion alone to lead us. And a lot of times when we're leading with passion, we have our emotions in it, we have our feelings in it. And sometimes you got to learn how to take the emotion and the feeling out of it. But that's hard when you're allowing passion alone to lead you and it's no purpose in sight. So we're in healthcare and we're just going and we're going because we're operating off of our passion and we're, making decent money and everyone is saying, go back to school to get your nurse practitioner degree or go back to school to become a CRNA or go back to school for this or whatever the situation may be, right? But we never step back to say, why am I doing this? What is the reason that I'm doing this? What is the purpose behind this? I know I have this passion, but what is all of this about? Two of the most dangerous things that anyone can ever do that is a healthcare professional is to, number one, be in health and have no purpose in sight, or to lose sight of your purpose. And it does happen. It happens all the time. And if I can just be quite honest here about myself, I was that person. I came into healthcare and I tell people all the time that I didn't choose healthcare. Healthcare chose me because I was supposed to be a lawyer. That's what I was supposed to be. That's what I was supposed to do. I like to research. I like to argue my point sometimes to be in a very, very diplomatic way, not being humbuggish, but I like to argue my point. And, I was supposed to be a lawyer. That's what I was supposed to do. But it didn't happen that way. And God brought me into healthcare. And so for the longest, I was like, oh, well, I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about, doing what I'm doing. I'm passionate about being able to help individuals that have certain disease processes like cancer to be able to, fight cancer and kick cancer in the butt and use all of those different slogans that we have, right? But I found myself in a place where I was still unhappy. I was unfulfilled and I just didn't know what else to do. And I had to come back and really and truly think, well, Nicole, what is it? So I would just keep going and going and going and doing and operating off of this passion and never took that step back. I never forget, it was one day I was at work, working at a local hospital, and I had worked a 12-hour shift. My feet felt like rocks. I think this particular day I maybe had 7 or 8 patients. And the family members of two of the patients consistently kept coming to the nurses station. You know, we all have some of those families. We love them all, but, you know, and we understand because it's their loved one and they want to know what's going on and make sure they get the best care. But they kept coming to the nurses station, and this particular group of patients that I had, you know, out of 7 of them, 4 of them were critical. I mean, like every 2-hour IV pushes. I'm talking like one of them may have had a trach. I mean, it was just all over the place, right? The worst assignment that a nurse would ever want to get. And so I remember going into the nurses' lounge on taking a quick break because I just needed to catch my breath. And I sat there in that moment and I said, God, why? Why you call me here? I was supposed to go be a lawyer. That's what I was supposed to go do. Why did you call me to healthcare? And in that moment, I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you, I was mad with it because I'm like, you call me here for this? You call me here to work 12-hour shifts. I'm never at home with my baby. When I am at home with my baby, all I want to do is sleep. You know, I just didn't feel like I was making a difference. Now, don't get me wrong. I took very good care of my patients. I took very good care of their families. I worked very, very well with my colleagues. So it's nothing that I'm saying is against floor nursing or traditional nursing as most people see it. But what I am saying is I had no purpose in sight. I didn't know why I was going through all of that at that particular point in time. And I never really and truly took the time to take a step back, to just be, to allow God to lead me and minister to me through the Holy Spirit why He had me doing what I was doing. And so I continued on this facade, I would say for about 5 more years. I would go from different areas of nursing, you know, just going from different areas of nursing, going from job to job, trying to find that thing that was going to continue to fuel my passion and continue to fuel me as a nurse, right? But through all of those jobs that I had, none of them gave me that sense of fulfillment. They wouldn't just give me that sense of fulfillment. I would still feel sometimes, you know, depressed and just have anxiety. Sometimes didn't want to go to work. You know, of course, once I got there, I showed up and I showed out because that's what I do. But I just didn't want to be there. And so it wasn't until one night I came home and I was in the shower and I literally broke down. Like literally, I literally broke down. And I said, God, I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I give it all to you. I don't know why you called me here. I've been trying to figure it out. I had even gotten to the point where I had the attitude where, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm going to make my money and take care of my family, and that's going to be perfectly fine. But God wouldn't allow me to just do that because He knew that I was in health on purpose and for a purpose. And so this particular night that I had this conversation and I surrendered to Him, it seems like after that, everything started to unravel. He started to give me small pieces of my purpose little by little. And now that I look back on it, I realized that He couldn't show me the full scope of my purpose, because had He showed it to me then at the place that I was in at that particular point in time of my life, I would have blew it. It would have messed me up. It would have blown my mind because we're not always ready to see what God has on the other side for us. And had He showed me that then, I would have blew it. And so little by little, He began to show me, Nicole, the reason that I had you with those 7 patients and, you know, you had this rough day is because I was building your endurance. I was building you up so that you continue to stay in the fight. The reason that I had you in a situation where your coworkers were always coming to you for answers and for guidance is because I'm setting you up to be a leader. The reason that I am, you know, I've always made you a person that is going to help individuals, or more so a person that is actually there to educate individuals, is because you're an educator at heart. I know this about you. You love to teach, you love to talk, as most people know about me. So I need to use that and craft that for you to be in health on purpose. So little by little, again, as he showed it to me, my purpose started to be revealed to me. It started to be revealed to me that you are supposed to be here to change the face of healthcare. You're supposed to be here to help other female healthcare professionals do the same thing that you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be here to be an educator. You're supposed to be here to be a motivator. You're supposed to be here to be a leader. All of those respective things. So I just simply said all of that to simply say, if you're in health and you have no purpose in sight, or you've lost sight of that purpose, eventually you are going to crash and burn. And it's okay. It's okay. I've been there and I've done that. Just know that when you crash and burn, surrender and give it to him. And I promise you with everything in me, he is going to then step in and do what it is that only he can do. A lot of us think that we can operate in the actual physical realm and that we can do it, but it doesn't work that way. We have to learn how to step aside no matter how much it hurts. I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt. It hurts, and it hurts bad, right? Because we wanna jump in. But you have to wholeheartedly, when you surrender, know what you're saying, know what you're giving up, and know what you're asking for, because he's gonna step in and he's going to reveal to you where you're supposed to be in health on purpose. With that being said, I'd like to wish you all the best on your journey to becoming in health on purpose.